The government's going to shut down in 3 days, 10 hours, 5 minutes, and 9 seconds.
7.
The Senate has acted, and we've done it with bipartisan cooperation. We've passed the only bill that can avert a government shutdown Monday night. I said this on the floor, I say it again, this is it. Time is gone. Our rules are different than the House. The bill would pass the House. The bill that we just passed would pass the House overwhelmingly if the Speaker had the courage to bring it to the floor and let 435 members of the House of Representatives vote. I think they should think very carefully about their next step. Any bill that continues to play political games will force a government shutdown. They need to accept what we just passed. To be absolutely clear, we are going to accept nothing as it relates to Obamacare. There's a time and place for everything, and this is not that time or place. We're willing to debate, we're willing to do that, we're on any issue. But we need to do it in a calm, rational atmosphere, which we don't have now, and we haven't created that non-calm, non-rational atmosphere. If people want to work with us to improve Obamacare, we've done that before, we're happy to work with them, but not in some slam-bang, force us to do it measure. We're not going to be extorted. The country's not going to be extorted. We're not going to negotiate with a gun to our heads. We're not going to allow the Republicans to say, give us what we want, or the economy is going to close. Think about that. This is no way to govern, and it has to end. Time for games over. The American people, not surprisingly, expect their elected officials to act like adults, reasonable adults, not adolescents desperate for any attention they can find. Think about how this rump group, the Tea Party Anarchists, think how they look to the American people sitting around a kitchen table worrying about a job. You know, it has tremendous impact. I read on the Senate floor today the headlines from one newspaper today. One newspaper. 12 different headlines about how bad things are if the government shuts down. These weren't editorial. These were not op-ed spots. They were news stories, headlines. The middle class, working men and women in this country are the ones we who were elected to serve. That's who we should be thinking about. They're the ones who are going to pay the price if these rump Republicans force a government shutdown. Middle class families all over America do their very, very best every day to make ends meet and provide for their families. But when they turn on the news, they see elected officials wasting time with silly games, and that's what they are, trying to score cheap political points to satisfy a very small number of people in America. As I said earlier today, they don't represent Republicans around the country, these Tea Party anarchists. They don't represent the Republicans in the Senate. But they have had the ability to basically stop us from doing anything. How do you think they feel? Here's a president who less than a year ago won an election by 5 million votes. 5 million votes. Obamacare has been the law for 4 years. Why don't they get a life and talk about something else? People deserve better. So I say to my Republican colleagues, you better put an end to this hostage-taking, because to go further, you should accept our bill or let the whole House vote on it. I say that to the Speaker. Time's winding down. 3 days, 10 hours, and 15 seconds. America deserves better than what they have tried to do to our country.